Eccoci qui al convegno Circle of Life a Modena, al Forum Monzani. Siamo qui con Angaangaq, che è autore del libro Sciogliete il ghiaccio nei vostri cuori, pubblicato da Verdechiaro Edizioni. We are here with Angaangaq, and thank you for being here with us. Angaangaq, you come from Greenland, a place that very few people know, and you are representative of a very old tradition, which has something very interesting and important to say to the modern man. What is the message? What is in your tradition that we can take?
I come from a land where very big ice live, and it is melting. I noticed that in the world outside my land, they call it climate change. The beautiful thing about climate change is that Mother Earth has always changed, always. But now it has become important for the humans to change. There's nothing, and absolutely nothing, you and we can do about the melting of the big ice. Now the greatest hope for mankind, which is the earth, is the humans like you and I. It is now our turn to change, so we can learn to use our vast knowledge wisely. That's the message. It's melting the ice in the heart of man. Only by melting the ice in the heart of man, man will have a chance to change and begin using his knowledge wisely.
You're talking about a great change, and maybe the economic situation that the world is living now, which generate fears in the people who are worried to lose their job, their money, is maybe related to this?
Of course. Nothing is insular from each other. Everything is together. There's only one earth, remember? Only one earth. And mankind, like you and I, we are the citizen of that earth. So everything we do is connected. So when we talk about money, it's really fascinating. I come from a land where there was no money. When I was growing up, there was no money. There was no actual euro or lire. You remember lire? There was nothing. But we had the economy, which means trade, selling and receiving. They call it the lifeblood of society. That means, in Italian sense, the blood of the society of Italia is the money. And if it is not going to every part of the body will become sick. And it is sick. Not only in Italy, Europe, look at it. Look at America. Look at China. Look at India. The society is sick because the blood is not getting everywhere where it should. Today we know now that in Italy we have extreme richness and extreme poverty. This is 2013. You and we have become civilized, educated, advanced people. And we have created imbalance so big that the society of Italia is now sick. Somehow, you and we need to learn to create a balance of the society, the lifeblood of society, which is equality. An eagle can never take off if the wings are not equal. Even Alitalia cannot take off if the wings are not equal. So thus we need to do that. So when it comes to money, we think of money as that I want it now. We forget that it is the blood of the society. And if the blood does not go everywhere, the body, which is Italia, will become sick. Not just Italy, every country on earth. We can feel it everywhere. Imbalance. So thus, next time somebody speaks to me about economy, I tell them it's the blood of the society. And the blood is not doing good. Some part of the body is getting too much, other parts not enough. And it's really fascinating when we look at the Africa. Maybe you're too young to remember, but 50 years ago we talked about Biafra. Everybody collected money. We gave billions and billions of lira to Biafra. They still are hungry. But we made some people very rich, extremely rich. So we didn't help the society. We only helped few people. So we have to change. If we don't change, we will repeat the same thing. And for me personally, I have talked to thousands of people that I feel that Earth need only one kind of money. Otherwise, every time I travel personally, and I have traveled to 63 countries now, I have to change money. I make some people very rich because they take away from me my money. I worked really hard, but they take away my money. It's called exchange. So I make people very rich. And then did I become rich? No. I didn't, because I had to pay so much. So I feel that we need to have one monetary system so we can have a chance to create that imbalance. Otherwise, yes, there will be unemployment everywhere. Not only in Italy, but everywhere.
It looks like that man, in whatever part of the society it is, low or high, it doesn't matter, lost the way to practice love to each other and to other people.
Yeah.
What is love for you?
It is so interesting about the word love. I think everybody used it. The old Roman Empire speaks about it. They sing about it, about love. Even modern day Italy write about it and sing about it. All over the world, we look for love. And the old people say that you and I, we should never fall in love. Because when we fall, anything falling, it will go down and it will hit the bottom. And of course, when you go down, it will hurt. So love itself, because we fell in love, it will hurt. They say, become in love. When you and I, we become in love, love will never, ever hurt. And that's what we need to find it. But it's not in Roma. It's not in United Nations. It's in here, in your heart. That's what the love is. Find it and make it living. And the love itself will never, ever hurt you again. That's true love. It's called unconditional love. I mean, I love with no conditions. That's the beauty of it. But we always look somewhere else. We all write about it, and we all sing about it, and we go and try to find the love in all the wrong places because we never look in here. My grandmother says that you and I, we can never love even the messenger of the great one. It's called the prophet. We cannot love the prophet of God if we don't love ourselves. That's what she says. That means that I have to learn to love me first before I can love the messenger or the great one. That's the beauty of love. So it's not out there somewhere. It's right in here. So that's the key. Everybody in Italy has the key for that love inside them, not out there. It's not only Italy, of course, it's all over the world. I went to big mountains in Kyrgyzstan, 5 kilometers north of Himalaya. They were looking for love. They go to the big mountain to look for love down there somewhere. And I said, it's not down there, it's not 5 kilometers from here. It's right here, it's 30 centimeters from you. Because that's here to here. That's it. So, no, seriously, love is an amazingly beautiful concept, except it has hurt us so much that we don't trust love anymore. And we don't trust it because we have forgotten how to love us first. When I love me, then I can love everybody. When you love yourself, then you can love everybody. And that love will never, ever hurt.
Angaangaq, when you talk about each one loving himself, many people understand that they can do whatever they want. They can be egoistic because that's love to oneself. What's the difference between loving oneself and do whatever you like?
It means that you will never be hurt by love. When you get hurt by love, it means that you have done it wrong. That's what it means, literally. That when somebody hurts me in the name of love, it's only because I took it from out there rather than from here. So when I love myself first, then the love I give, it will never hurt. The love I receive, it will never hurt. It's a beautiful, beautiful love I receive, which gives me like the wings of the bird. I can soar like an eagle in absolute trust within myself and just embrace everybody. And it's right in the heart of each person. That's the difference. So,
listening to you, Angaangaq really helped the heart getting warm and maybe melt the ice, that's your message. But we know you also make workshop. So what do you teach in your workshop?
Nothing. It's already there. I make people understand themselves better. That's what I do. My grandmother, she never traveled outside her land. My mother did. My mother traveled. Even to big Chicago, she traveled. Even to Copenhagen, to Amsterdam. And she traveled Oslo, Sweden. So she traveled. You and I, we cannot change the world, no matter how much we work. Not one person can ever change the world. It's too big. I don't know if you knew that, but the earth is really, 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 really big. And there are more than 7 billion people on it. So you cannot change it. But what you can do is change yourself. That's the key for change. That's the only key. You don't need 7 billion keys. You only need one. Here. And that change will hit the world like the ripple effect on the ocean. So when I do these seminars, my work is to bring that change into that spirit, into that heart, so they can change themselves and begin to realize their own beauty, their own immensity within, which will make them, of course, flourish. A beautiful flower will be born in each person. And each person's flower is different from the next. That's the beauty. Can you imagine to come to a field where just white flower is? It would be stunning for one moment. Just stunning. But then after that, you and I will become tired of it. But when you see all the beautiful persons flowering within themselves, not one flower would be the same. And the scent of the flower will never be the same. You will be surrounded by beauty you cannot even imagine. That's what I work on. That's what I do in my workshops.
Thank you, Angaangaq. And is there a final message you want to send to Italian people?
I was asked about peace. Actually, war and peace. I was asked about it the other day. I was in New York, and they asked me, war and peace. Mankind has been in war for thousands of years, in search of peace. That's what mankind has done. And it has done many bad things. But the worst war, the very worst war, is not out there killing each other. It's inside ourselves. That's the worst war. Because we do more damage to ourselves in the effort to understand ourselves. So, when you really want to find peace, stop fighting yourself. Smile in your heart. My mother says the most beautiful smile is a smiling heart. That is peace. It's not going to come from Rome. It's not going to come from EU. It's not going to come from United Nations. Peace on earth will begin in here, nowhere else. Find peace inside you. Don't fight yourself anymore. Find your beauty. Smile. And the peace on earth will begin.
Thank you, Angaangaq, for sharing your wisdom with us. Would stay hours listening to you, and thank you very much.
Oh. How do you say you're welcome in Italian?
Prego.
Oh, prego, prego.
You speak Italian?
Oh, amore, amore, amore. That's what I speak.
Grazie.